Hey guys, welcome to my video on how to make a Nearpod. The goal is to keep this short and sweet, and to do that, I'm really going to stick to the basics of Nearpod, as well as showing you some of the interactive features so that you can really comfortably and confidently build a Nearpod lesson and explore all the really cool things Nearpod has to offer in the future. So when you log into your Nearpod account, this is what your home looks like. It has your housing of all of the Nearpods that you have, but also Nearpods that you can even copy from your other wonderful and amazing coworkers. And to start building your Nearpod, you're going to look at this box and select Lesson in Nearpod. The first thing I'm doing is titling a lesson. And there's two different ways you can add slides. And so think of a slide as you would like a PowerPoint slide or a Google Doc slide, not a Google slide, right? Something that is going to house the information that you are presenting to your students. And once you click add slide, there's a lot of different icons here. Some really great things. We're going to focus on slide and then later PDF viewer. So slide has the majority of the things in Nearpod that I actually use. And the very first slide I do is always a title slide. And you'll notice a plus button. So this plus button allows you to add the different content that you want to add in the square below. When you have the ability to add, you can add text, video, images, and GIFs or GIFs. And I'm going to start with this because I really like introducing the Nearpods with animation, or as you probably saw earlier, memes, just something that is slightly engaging for the kids. And the GIFs are great because they provide movement. All right, so you just select what you want, and there we go. You'll notice that this is actually a little bit bigger than the space provided. And if you look at the toolbar to the right, there is a plus and minus sign. This allows you to control the size of your image or video, GIF, whatever that you add here. And then further to the right, you'll see that there are a few different selections of themes to choose from. And I'm actually going to go with orange on this because it looks cheerful to me. Okay, and then save and exit, and then I just click save here. All this is letting you know that every other slide that you create in this presentation is going to match the initial theme here. And we're going to add another slide after that. I'm going to go back to slide, and I'm just going to add another title, right? You would be continuing your lesson. I'm going to show you next how to add a video. And I also want to show you, when you look further down at the bottom, there are a few other selections of icons. And notice the layout. When you select layout, there are 4 different ways that you can lay out each slide. I usually stick between these two, but depending on what you want to do in your lesson, right, I'm sure all of these can be beneficial. I want to show you what title and 2 elements looks like. So this is not Microsoft Word, this is not PowerPoint, this is not Google Docs. There's no adding text boxes. Okay, so to add text, you click on the add button and go to text, and then this is where your text fills up. Okay, notice down here, there is another toolbar, right? Lots of toolbars. The thing I like about their toolbars, though, is that it's not overwhelming. Okay, there's only 4 things that you can do to change to your text, or you can delete it. In terms of size, there is no font size. You've got small, normal, large, and huge to work with. Whenever I have little text, I change it to huge. You can change the indentation of your text. You can make it bullet points. Okay, you could also delete it and then you would get the plus button. To add a video, same thing, click the plus button, go to video, and this is really cool because if there's something that you want to show immediately, and you can just search it, like consider this a search bar that you would use on YouTube. You could go to YouTube. If there is a specific video, I've been making a lesson with the Buena Vista Social Club. But if there's a specific video, you can copy and paste the URL of that video here, and the video would come up. You could also search for whatever it is that you want, and it will come up. So either way, you got your video. And if you want your video to take up the whole slide, I can show you how to do that. It's really easy. You would just change the layout to either one element or title in one element, and you can incorporate your video. Super easy peasy lemon squeezy. We're going to save this slide. And the last thing I want to show you is adding a PDF. So a couple ways you can do that. You can just go to here, upload files. And if you have a PDF already saved into your computer, you can just click this button here. Select a local file will allow you to download anything that you already have saved in your computer to your Nearpod. It creates it as its own Nearpod slide, which is super awesome. So let's say that I want to add in, this is just some PDFs that I already have on my computer. When you're uploading as a PDF, right, it sometimes comes up as pages. So you can upload each page as its own slide. You can also upload it as one slide in which it will scroll down. So just to see what this looks like, let's preview it. We've got our title slide, adding videos, and the PDF. And because we made it one slide, this is a scrolling, okay? So each page could be its own individual slide had we chose to load us multiple slides. And that would be what your students see. Whenever you hit preview, that would be what your students see. Another way that you can upload a file is to go to Add Slides and PDF Viewer. And it's the same thing. You're just going to click this, right? Add in your stuff. Maybe I want to do it as, and it just gave me the same option. It's just one individual. Okay, so I think that is everything I wanted to cover in this video. I'm going to make another video that shows you the interactive components of Nearpod. To save your Nearpod, all you do is click Save and Exit. And voila, you've got your first Nearpod.